Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. It's 9 p.m. here, Adelaide, South Australia. How is everybody doing? Glad you are here. I'm glad to be here as well. We've had a nice day, and hopefully, you've had a very good day, or morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are watching from. How has been your weekend? And how did you start your Monday? Did you enjoy time with your family, your loved ones, and create the memories? I believe, or I hope it's all well from your side. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Naomi, happy wife, mom of two a proud mom of two boys, and I'm a full-time healthcare worker, and I'm a proud digital business owner, and I'm passionate to share the blessings of the business and help moms and dads like me to run a successful online business and support them grow. So, thank you so much for being here. And if you ever wondered how this online business works and you want to check out, I'm just a message away. Now, today we are day 9 challenge out of 90 days. We are still on and hopefully you've been following and you are with me in this journey of gratitude challenge. And hopefully you've been practicing because by now you should see the difference or the changes in your life once you practice gratitude every day. We have talked a lot of things. I've shared a few things about the gratitude and how it's magical and how it can change your life, it can change your circumstances, it can change your situation once you realize and identify things that you need to be grateful for. Sometimes life happens, things change, we are in uncertain circumstances, but if we take time and find out that which we can be grateful for, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. So thank you for being here. And today I just want to talk about negativity, you know. And in the comment section, if you are happy to, just comment, I choose gratitude over negativity. In life, I've been thinking, I'm reading a book, and I was thinking, and I realized most of the things, most of the words I use for my everyday life, they are negative words. You know, sometimes you use these negative words without realizing you are using that, and that makes a huge difference for your life. And today I just want us to remind ourselves that it's very, very important to be intentional the words we use because they can be negative words and they have an impact in our lives, in our relationships, in our workplaces, in our businesses, in our jobs, in everything that we do, in our communities. Negativity brings us down and it has a very huge impact. So it's good for us to realize the need to be grateful for everything, everything. So thank you so much for joining. I can see a few people have joined. Welcome aboard and glad you're here. And let's encourage one another. So whether it's relationships in turmoil, sometimes our relationships may be in turmoil or in circumstances that we do not need. It can be financial pressure. Maybe finances are not so good, they are not looking good. Maybe it can be a lack of health, maybe a job problem. Negative situations arise because of lack of gratitude over a long period of time. We might be in circumstances, in situations, our finances are not looking so well. We are having relationship issues. But then remember this: when we have these negative attitudes or situations, the things that are happening around us, with a lack of gratitude over a long period of time, there will be a huge impact, and that's why it happens because we take things for granted, and that's the major cause of negativity. How many times do we take things for granted? And from today, I just want us to know and learn and realize that when we take things for granted, we welcome and encourage negativity in our lives. And this happens without us realizing. And taking things for granted, it's when we do not say thank you. We do not appreciate the things in our life. We do not give thanks in return. In other way, that means we are encouraging negativity. It can be our health. How many times are we grateful because we are in good health? Sometimes we forget, and we only remember when we are feeling unwell. That's when we realize, oh, my health is not so well. But when we were well, we did not remember to say thank you. What about job? Are we thankful for our jobs, or we just take them for granted? And when we remember when we hear of layoffs. That's when we realize the importance of our works. What about our pay or salaries? Do we appreciate? Are we grateful when we receive the salaries? For me, I was challenged. I can't remember when I said thank you or when I was grateful for my salary. And can you imagine maybe sometimes when there's cut-offs, that's when we start complaining. And that we imagine when we are not saying, or maybe when we are not grateful, that means we are encouraging negativity. What about our loved ones? Are we grateful for our loved ones, or we just talk about them when there are problems and issues arising in our families? But do we are we grateful for our loved ones? So taking things for granted leads to complaints, and that's the saddest reality. When we take things for granted, it leads to complaints, and many times complaints and the law of attraction. Whatever you complain about, that's what you attract. So the universe brings more of the complaints, more of the things for you to complain. Sometimes we complain. Maybe we complain about the long lines, queues, maybe somewhere, someone who is overtaking you on the on the road, or maybe at the workplace, someone didn't do the right thing and just complain. So when we are filled with complaints every day, then the universe says, okay, we'll bring more things for you to keep on complaining about. And we want people to realize they need to be grateful for the things around us. And it is impossible to be negative, to criticize or blame other people when we have gratitude in our lives, because gratitude transforms every negative circumstance. Now, now that we know that the gratitude transforms every negative circumstance, now let's talk about negative things in our lives, because this is what I was talking about. There are so many things that are happening around the world. We are living in a world of sin, unfortunately. So there are so many things that are happening. The things that sometimes we may not opt for or we never expected. Do we take time to check out, to analyze these negative things that are happening in our lives, to identify the things that we can be grateful about those things? And that way, it will transform our circumstances, because we are becoming grateful about the circumstances. It can be an health issue. It can be an health issue where there is someone unwell. It's a challenge, but we are encouraged here to analyze and find out the things that we can be grateful for despite the challenge and the negativity. And that way we will transform our circumstances. And it can be maybe a job. When we practice gratitude, it will transform our circumstances, and that way we will be attracting more good things for our lives. And I remember that's why even the Bible says, give thanks in everything. God knew that when we start thinking and worrying about these things, we will attract negativity, and that affects our lives. And when we have that atmosphere of gratitude, we attract peace of mind and stress-free life despite the challenges in our lives. And now I just pose a question before I round up my life today, and hope uh, you've been inspired. What is happening in your life at the moment? in any circumstance. I just want to let you know that you can identify 10 things about your circumstance to be thankful for. I was surprised when I was reading in a book where someone was talking about maybe you've lost a job, or maybe you are unemployed, maybe you are working and now you are unemployed. Now I got to hear a story from one lady we work with, or we do a business with, where she shared and said when she started the business, in a few months she was laid off from her job. Before then, she wasn't able to travel and see her family back because where she lives, she's an immigrant. And now, back then, she could only travel for 1 or 2 weeks and come back because of time time limit from work. Now, but now, when she was laid off, she was able to go home and spend 3 months and have more rest and spend more family time. And that was at the positive side of her being laid off from her job, and later when she came back, continued the business, and finally she got another job. So we can identify, is it about losing a job? You can identify 3 things by being grateful that you had a job before. At least you had a job and you used your skills for that job. You can be grateful that you had time to rest, which you needed maybe before, and now you're having that rest by force because you've lost a job. So there are so many things you'll be grateful for. You'll be grateful that you are able to spend more time with your family despite that you don't have a job maybe at the moment, but you are able to spend time with your family, and you're looking forward. You are thankful for the skills you already acquired, the skills you already have, the interviews you're looking forward to. So you just start by affirming, being grateful and affirming what is possible for your life with everything you have. So let's remember to be grateful in every circumstance, and each and every day try to be intentional to avoid negative words because they create an impact, and they attract more things to complain about and to be negative about. But if we become intentional each and every day and identify the things that we need to be grateful for despite what's going on, despite the challenges in our health, despite the challenges in our financial circumstances, despite the challenges in our jobs, despite whatever circumstance, let's identify at least 10 things to be grateful about that job of yours, to be grateful about that family of yours despite the challenges, to be grateful about your finances and everything around your life despite the challenges that you might be going through. So in the comments, just comment on the comments what you are grateful for, and just comment, I choose gratitude over negativity, and start practicing that. Now, I just remembered, for me, I just remember the time when I lost my mom. It was sudden, but out of that, I was able to see the things I didn't realize before. And despite the moment, I was very grateful for, because of the support from the community and the family and friends, and it was a lot, and that was something to be grateful for, despite the negativity, despite the loss. But there was something for us to be grateful for, and that's how, when we realized the love and the support from the community and friends. So there are things that we can identify in our lives despite the challenges, and that way the universe will bring more good things for us to be grateful for, and that way we'll be able to transform our lives and the circumstances we are in. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I've added value, and let's purpose to be grateful and overcome negativity. Sometimes we forget, sometimes negative things can come, negative comments, negative words. Maybe you, all of a sudden, you already mentioned the negative word. Just come back and say, no, no, of course I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this and this and this. Of course I'm grateful for this and this. Just to make sure you overcome that negativity. So thank you so much for watching. Glad you are here, and God bless you so much. And start practicing gratitude in every circumstance in our lives. It's very, very important, and it leads to growth. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support and love. And if you're interested to learn about online business, I'm just a message away. Send me a message, and I'm happy to share our complimentary webinar, which will guide you step by step, and I'll be there to guide you and mentor you as we grow together in this platform. God bless you for now. Good night, Australia. Afternoon, morning, wherever you're watching from, and looking forward to see you next for our next Day 10 challenge on gratitude. Wait for more episodes on this. Thank you and God bless. Bye for now.